called back to the motherland, and I repatriated in 2019.
Wow. So,
2019.
so
And
that's
what I did, huh?
that's 3 years now.
It'll be 2 years. It'll
2 years.
be
Okay.
it'll be two. I visited for like 30 days in 2018, and I stayed here for 30 days. And when I left, I knew I was gonna come 4 months later. I sold everything and I came back 4 months later. And on that first trip, I met Asafoche, and he's
Powers.
one that helped me around the first time.
Yes, I. Yes, I. Manners and respect, my brother. Yeah, man. Give thanks.
Yes.
Yes, I. So, while you grew up out here, cause I've been doing a bit of research, snooping around your social media, trying to get a little bit of background about the eye still. Um, was at any time were you in the army?
Yes, I was in the military. I'm a war veteran. So
Wow.
I spent in the army. Yes.
And what was that experience like for the eye?
For me, I grew up in the military. I went in when I was 17, so it was like my very first job. My
Wow.
experience there, um, I would have to say that it was it was eye opening. I got to see the world, but I also experienced a little bit of racism in the military, as well as um, really, really finding out exactly what the motives were when I was in the military, because I was in Saudi Arabia, and we were over there fighting not for our people, but for oil. So I learned a lot of things in there, and I knew that I wasn't going to stay.
Okay. Okay. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting for people aisle, yeah? What a thing.
I fighting for oil.
Fighting for
Mm-hmm.
aisle. Yeah. So all right, from 17, you spend quite a lot of years in doing that. And
Yes.
obviously you didn't thought that would be um your final destination. You move on
No.
from that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you speak about racism. You witness that in the military.
Yes.
Was that something as a youth in America? Because we know what America is like from in the past and also presently. A lot of
Mm-hmm.
racism. Was that something that you experience as as a youth growing up over there, different from in the military.
I would have to say that I experienced it, but I did not know that it was racism until I got older. When you look back on your life and the things that you've been through, you realize that, wow, this was really happening around me as I was growing up. But you never know, because your mind as a youth is focused on other things, like school and your friends and doing stuff like that. But as I got older, I realized, yeah, I mean, there were in our town hangings in Jersey City, like on the west side where the whites were. It was separated, and at certain times during the night, you can't walk on the west side. You know what I'm saying? You have to stay in your own area. Growing up, but it's just little. That's not a little thing, but um, there's just occurrences like that where our community was segregated, which
Mm.
was a nice thing because we had our doctors, we had our own stores, everything was in our community. But once you left the community, you can feel the hostility, when you go into another part of the community that's not all black owned,
Seen,
you know.
seen. Now, all right. So now you're in Africa now. You repatriate. Um,
Yes.
you would you haven't experienced anything of the sort in now you're home. There's more. Your community is all around you, so to speak. Is
Uh-huh.
is there's no different community. You know what I mean? Everyone is like yourself. How that make you feel now? Knowing that you don't have to be in that environment, and know you're in an environment where you're accepted.
Um, it's all freedom. It feels free. I'm free to go. There's when as soon as you get here, the things that fall away from you that you experience in the U.S. is gone. You still have that trauma that's there that you have to work through when you get here. But you know, the thing that we always say, "Oh, this happened to me because I'm black," that's gone.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? Everybody here is the same. There are communities, right? There are communities that are from different countries, but I don't go to those communities. I'm with my people here. So no, as far as experience anything negative here, no, there isn't anything negative. This is like home. This is Zion. This is a blessing to be here. It's peace. As soon as you touch the ground, it's like peace. You let out a sigh of relief because you're home and you know you're not going to be experiencing the things that your people are experiencing back in the diaspora. I still have family there, so my mind is still on that because I still have people there that I love. You see what I'm saying? You can never forget that because you still have your people in the diaspora.
What
But
what
here,
what would you say? Pardon me. What would you say to those people now you're back home? What would you say to them?
what I always say, I always say on my posts on the social media is that, if you want your freedom, you want a peace of mind, you want to have your land and it's yours free and clear, come home. If you want to eat healthy, like here, every single thing you eat here is medicine, like natural medicine from the trees. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get healthy again, if you want your body to recover from all the poisons that you took in when you were in the States, come here. Like for me, health reasons was one reasons why I came here. And it improved like what? I swear it proved like 100% to me. I still have little issues, but come here for yourself. Come here for a peace of mind. Come here to 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 start giving like generational wealth to your family. If they're not here, your children don't want to come. You can still build here. You can build a future here. You have opportunities here more so than you would in the States. Nobody is stopping you from doing anything here in Ghana. No one. It's up to you.
What would you say to the youths in Africa? Also in Ghana where you are now. Because we,
Hmm.
we, we see a lot of youths. They try to get out of Africa and come to the diaspora, thinking that the diaspora is a better place than where they are. What would you say to those youths? Are those brothers and sisters?
Oh,
Are you a first hand
it's
experience of what takes place on this side?
interesting because people want to leave the diaspora and come here, and people here want to leave here and go there.
Yeah.
Everybody switch. For the youth here, I would have to say everything that you want in the diaspora, you can have here and you can build here because everybody copies everything that is in Africa, everything that you can think of. They come for the what? For the fashion. They come for the medicine, for the cocoa, for everything that you're going and leaving here for is what people are leaving there to come here to get. Africa is rich. Ghana is rich. You see what I'm saying? But we as a people here, we need to put in our own efforts and put in our own time and our own love here to make it big. So the youth they can stay and they can build and be proud of everything that's here.
Mm.
If they go to the US, you're not going to go there as an African man or an African woman. You're going to be another black person being targeted for having black skin. You see what I'm saying? That's pure hate.
True. True.
The
True.
youth here are used to that pure hate. So most of the times, what I see, like in the communities in the U.S., where our brothers and sisters from Africa they go to, they stay by themselves. You see what I mean? And that's not living life either. You want to go someplace where you want to be free
Mm.
and you want to be at peace.
Mm-hmm. For sure. For sure. So, what you're saying is education is needed in terms of showing the youths them that whatever they're looking outside of Africa is already there in Africa.
Yeah, but most of the youth here, they have social media, so they do see everything. But I think it's more so they want to prosper more. The youth here are more modern. You know what I'm saying? They're more modern than the ones before them, their
Mm-hmm.
parents before them. So they want to build something bigger, and they see an opportunity there in the U.S. And the education that may be needed is just having dialogue between the youth in the United States and the youth here. I'm an older person,
Mm-hmm.
so me talking to the youth, they can hear it, but they can't hear it unless it's from their peers. So
True.
they may need to be an interchange between the youth. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. I totally agree with what you're saying there. Totally agree. All right. So how you finding the place? Cause you've been there over 2 years now, coming up over 2 years. Is it what you expected? Living there now full time.
It's more than what I expected, and I'm blessed to be here. Of course, me coming from the West, there are a lot of things I had to get used to. And like I said, sometimes you come there and you have trauma, you have PSTD from being in the West, so you bring that with you here. But what I learned was, like I said, help me. What I learned is you have to let those things go. Gradually they'll go, but then sometimes you just gotta, like, bam, you gotta, in order to enjoy yourself, in order to live life to the fullest, in order to um, walk on that journey here in Ghana, you have to just let it all go. You have to learn to adjust.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, but my time here it's beautiful. I had to get used to getting up at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning every day because that's when time starts here. You have to get up early, early. The day
See,
begins early.
yes, I. All right. Yeah. Well, I know some people out here they have to get up early to go up on the work and stuff like that, and I'm sure a lot of people out here dread it because you sometimes you have to get up in the cold and things like that, and what I mean it's not something that we used to. The sunlight is our source of energy. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yes. All right. What are some of the opportunity there you see that would interest black people? Because black people out here in the West, some of us is reluctant to see that Africa is really our home and that's where we're supposed to be. What is some of the opportunities that you see that would entice black people coming home?
Um, I would have to say again, you have to change your mindset.
Mm.
If you want to build a future for yourself, you have to look at every single opportunity that's here. Like, there's farming here. You can buy yourself an acre of land and you can plant anything on there, and you can build yourself a farmhouse or something, and you can sell what you have, or you can trade what you have there. There's also opportunities like for teaching anything to teach. Ghanaians love to learn and they love modern things. And it's like if you're into computer science, drafting, anything within that tech field, the sky's the limit here. The sky's the limit here. If you're in that tech field, nursing, um, even doulas. What else is there? As a teachers. People build schools here. Also NGOs, like what is the Rising Youth Foundation? Like ASA's Rising Youth Foundation. You can have a nonprofit here, and get help. You can get help from the government. You know what I'm saying? What else? Oh, I can, brother. I mean, the opportunities are actually are endless. You can open up your store. You can partner with one of the greatest things that is here is when you partner with a Ghanaian, um, the doors open up for you. You know what I'm saying? When you come and you try to do everything on your own, it'll work, but it's better for you to partner in order to be shown the ropes about how to do things around. What else is there? Towing companies. I mean, I can't name it. Everything that you have in the West, you can have here. There's a brother here who is a builder, and he bought that from the UK. He's from London, and his family came over, so they have a building company. They build houses, construction, anything in the construction fields. Um,
Uh, uh,
beauty field, barbering, cosmetologists, suits.
everything.
It's open. It's open for you, but you have to find your niche. You have to find what's going to make you unique to stand out from maybe the business that's here. You see, so you have to do a little bit of research on your
Yes.
part.
So what accommodation like real estate and stuff like that. You know what I mean? What how difficult or how easy is it to, get somewhere to live?
It's easy. It can your your budget. Yes,
Mm.
your budget and where you want to live. The issue that I had when I came was I was like, this is too far from the city. This is too far for the main road. But as I sat down and I thought about it, when I was in Florida, I had to drive an hour sometimes to get to the mall. You see, you have to change your mind frame about what you're doing and what you're thinking when you come here, because the same living arrangements that I had in the United States, I have here. You know, as far as getting places to stay, it's easy, but you just got to be careful about where you're going and what type of uh, area you're moving to. Not to say that it's bad, but you have to look for certain things when you're moving into homes like, what is it, the transport and waterlog and all this. Yeah, he said transport and waterlogged areas. If it's when it rains and it rises, it may flood into your house. And accommodate the same apartments that you can find in the West, you can find here. They have condos, they have homes, they have flats, apartments, studio apartments. And like I said, it depends on your budget. You can go from $80 or $80 on up to over $2,000 a month. Yeah, but they don't take a month, they do it yearly. Yeah, and one thing, if anybody is listening, like I just said, here when you rent a place, it's not by the month. You have to pay straight out, like a year or 2 years advance when you're leasing a place here in Ghana. But
Wow.
it's easy to find someplace.
Rastafari. All right. Yeah, that sound, yeah. Well, I hope ones are, writing down stuff, because, these are information that, you're definitely gonna need. What is interesting to me in what you said, it's good to partner. It's good to partner with our brothers and sisters there. And collective security is imperative. You know what I mean? we find a lot of division amongst ourselves out here in the West, and sometimes what we see, on the continent, we see tribal issues and stuff like that. What's that like in Ghana, if there's any at all? Tribalism.
As for me, I honestly don't have an answer for that because I don't see it. Even though like my 2 years that I spent, it wasn't with anybody from the diaspora. The whole 2 years that I've been here, I've just been with my brothers and sisters from Ghana. You know what I'm saying? That are here because I wanted to learn the culture and I wanted to learn the traditions and I wanted to learn about how to go about life in Ghana without interference. Not saying that anybody would interfere, but I wanted my true experience and my true journey to be that. And as far as the tribalism, I can't say because I'm not involved in anything like that. Everybody that I've met, um, 80% of the people that I met are cool. You know what I'm saying? I also would be able to answer that if he wants to.
Yes, sir. If my brother wanna chip in, because he's native to the land. He grew up there. What's that like, my brother? Throwing the same question
Well,
at you.
yeah, give thanks, I give thanks for the honor. But when it comes to tribalism, like I would say when we're in school is when like we used to hear those things like I'm Ashanti, I'm Ga, I'm Ewe, this and that. But we're growing up now, and when you look at Ghana, we have intermarriages because all the tribes marry any tribe, You can decide to marry anybody from any tribe. So we don't really see that tribal thing. It's just some small parts of Ghana, like some parts of Ghana where they have small ethnic problems. Even that one, they are in the same community, but their dialect is just different a little bit. That's where we have some small. But Ghana as a whole, when we meet everybody, we can decide to speak the Akan language, even though you are Ga or Chi or Hausa or Adangbe or like you speak, like you belong to other side. But when we meet, it's strictly into the like our Ghana thing. You
Yes, I.
understand? Like represent Ghana. So and moving to it more with us, we move into like royalty and every royal home respect the next royal home. So nobody it's just when the history comes when you hear something we tell me to be tribal hype. Everybody wants to strive to be like the strongest tribe or anything, but that doesn't go down to like tribal fight or something. That those were like ethnic groups in some parts of the country, but not the country as a whole. And everybody condemns it when it tries to rise. All the tribes to condemn it. So it's not like tribal thing big time in Ghana because we are intermarried.
Inky tinky tick kaka.
Yeah, kakra kakra. And the kakra kakra is more like from some parts of the country, not the whole country. Some small, not even quarter.
All right. Yes, I. That is good to know. Mr. The eye with the ankh around your neck, Zane.
Yeah.
I know religion play a great role in our life as a people. Christianity and also Islam, and I think both religion create a division between us, because you have ones who are Muslim and they believe what they believe in, and you have ones who are Christian and they believe also what they believe in. Um, what's your view on religion in Ghana?
Well, religion in Ghana, when people talk about slavery and all those things, they think our brothers and sisters or ancestors who were taken from Africa are the people who have been in slavery. But the worst thing has also been done in Africa because when you come to Africa, church and Islam influence have conquered the tradition of Africa. So you see people know about their tradition, they know about their ancient culture, but they don't get into that. So I growing up, I grew up as a Catholic, as an Anglican person, but growing up, I grew up with Muslims, uncles, Muslim cousins, Christian, this, from different aspects. Even the Islam have different aspect of Muslim. They have the
Yes.
Ahmadiyya, the Tijaniya, they have the Al Sunnah. Likewise, the Christians. Then I become a Rastaman. And being a Rastaman too, it looks like I was seeing it like from the Bible version. So growing up, I see the culture aspect of it. So I just put all of them together and say righteousness is righteousness. It doesn't matter where you come from.
True.
When it's right, the person is Islamic, there it goes. We can deal. If the person is a Muslim and what we're dealing is right, we'll deal with it. If you're a Rasta man, you are Voodoo, you are Hindu, it's just humanity. Because religion is said to make man a little bit get to his spirituality, but through imperfection of man, that's how it became like that. So we move around like I'm a warrior, and the people who crown me, my paramount chief is also a Muslim, and his language is a Hindu, so we have different type of religion, but when we meet to do business, we do business, and everybody goes back to their culture and everything. So that's how it goes. People take it extreme. We have extreme Christians and extreme Muslims who sit and argue and all those things, but that doesn't take us nowhere. Because when you look at even the government of Ghana, our president is a Christian and the vice president is a Muslim.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
So you can't say Ghana is a Christian country. You can't say Ghana is a Muslim country. It's the same, like what I said. We intermarry and, you see the national chief imam dealing with the Catholic priest or the national chief imam dealing with the traditional healers association. So you see they move around to do humanitarian work instead of, but the way the whole thing is set, it's set to make black man feel suppressed, because you feel like there's some God sitting somewhere who is judging you. So when you have that kind of mindset, you can't elevate yourself. That's the only thing I see. But when you put that Jesus and heaven and all those things aside, everybody is all right. Because Protestants and Muslims and Christians together just blazing some herb and fuljoying themselves.
RASTAFARI. Yeah. The same question to you, my sister. Your view, and it not specifically there in Ghana, but in general.
Okay.
Well, I can throw another question to you if you don't want to answer that one instead.
Let's do another question.
Yeah, all right. Yes, my sister. It's good to have the item on the program here today. So let's see, I know. You know what I mean? From the diaspora to the continent. It's a great look, you know what I mean? And it's good that I can see my brother and my sister live in living color. You know what I mean?
Yes. Thank you for having us.
Yes, sir, it's a pleasure. So as I say, I snoop around your page. I see like the I was doing some charity work and so on with the. Well, tell me about the charity work that you do. I see you with the deaf and the blind school in Cape Coast also. Talk to me about that experience there.
That experience, that was one of two experiences. We are partnership, our company Royal Roots and Culture Ltd. And also Africa Unite out of Cape Coast. We're partnerships. And what we did was this particular time we went and we gathered shoes, we gathered food, anything that the youth needed at that time. And it was like such a great experience. I mean, we took everything there and we toured the School of the Deaf and the Blind. But Rising Youth Foundation, which is his NGO, is Rising Youth Foundation is Roy Roots and Culture and Africa Unite out of Accra. Um, we got to tour the company, which they already were familiar with. I was just bringing my own into it, where I gathered supplies from donations in the U.S. Before I got here the first time, and we took those donations and we took donations from Rising Youth Foundation and the other NGO Africa Unite, and we took everything out there to them. Um, that's one school that I have a heart for because they really need a lot of donations now, um, but the experience, was eye opening. Coming here, you realize how entitled you are when you're in the West. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? And you don't really realize that until you come here and you're grounded. You get grounded again because you see the real needs that's in the world. It's not, oh, my iPhone broke and let me, you know what I mean? You
You see the
see really
reality.
the reality
Yeah.
check, like Asajifo say. You was playing my brother earlier
Yeah, man. Big up
before
Asadi for.
Asajifo, but you really see the reality check of it. It's not the material things that you acquire in your lifetime or just frivolous things like clothing. It's the basic necessities like food and food, clothing, and shelter. Food, clothing, and shelter. Exactly.
Yes, I. Yes, I. My brother, you want to tell me about your organization?
Yeah, well, Rising Youth Foundation was founded actually to support physically challenged children, because when you look at um, what is going on, children grow to be adults, so when you don't take the education from the childhood to the adulthood, it makes a problem. And blind people think when somebody is blind, it's a blind child or a deaf child, then you can't do nothing. Or maybe one of your arm is not working right, then you can't do nothing. But I grew up seeing teachers. When I was growing up, I know people who come on TV and radio and they are blind people and they read news. I was very young by then, but they do show them on TV until recently they start showing it again.
Mm.
So um, all my child, when I was youth, I was working with youth organization, just NGO, 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 NGO till I grew up. So I noticed like when we're doing charity work, everything goes to orphanage, but orphanage, soccer players go to orphanage, athletes go to orphanage, like every big thing goes to orphanage, and I noticed that we have a lot of School of the Blind in Ghana, and there's one popular one in the eastern region, so they have the most donations. So I realized, okay, we can play charity concert, we can organize excursion for school children, like people who are fit for their parents to pay. We take them to nice places. We make them experience adventure and things, make some money.
On the tour.
Then through the tour, then we send some donations to these people. And through that, we chose School of the Blind
Mm.
in Cape Coast, School of the Cape Coast Blind and Deaf. And there's one brethren, he's an artist. I hope you know him, Lightning.
Lightning. Yeah, man. I know Lightning.
On fire. So Lightning linked me up. We link up Xylo from Africa Unite Sound System out on tour in collaboration with River Nile, Africa Unite. So it's a collective thing.
Yes,
I. So yeah, anything River Nile do, anything Africa Unite do, anything Hotter Than Fire do. It's like a collective thing. Cause one man can do it. So we have artists, we have radio presenter, we have this, we have that. But everybody have their own organization where they work. So when we want to do something to the school, we have to come together so it looks nice, presentable, then we do it together. So it won't be separated like segregation all over. You know what I mean?
And then what's the next project for this?
The Rising Youth Foundation. Hello?
Yeah, man. I'm here, man. Me there, man. They are them tell me as much, give me as much information as possible, man.
So that is what we do. And
The next project.
right now, there's a project even we want to do with them, and because of this corona thing and our school lockdown and all those things, we want to do a concert for them, to get them their internet lab, like their IT lab, they are special people, so we have to get them that. And it shouldn't be only one school because we have 16 regions in Ghana, like the way they have the state or the province in America, or we have 16 regions in Ghana, and these 16 regions, most of them have the School of the Deaf, so, and they are in far, far, far away. So we have to do all those things to get to them. So it's getting from one to another. So there's a project coming up with them, which is supposed to happen with Luton Fire, but it didn't come out. And it's still going to happen. I'm working on something with Jamaican them. So when those things happen, we'll play a concert with the title Eye on the Forest. The school, the blind kids are going to plant trees to fight global warming with the deaf people. So it won't be like you're going to put your money to support. The kids themselves are going to do a project. They're going to plant a tree and name it. Then out of that, the project will happen. So when somebody is sponsoring you, the person know that this is not going to the kid alone, but the kid have also done something, so they need support. And we have the government into this. We have the National Youth Authority, the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, Ministry of Tourism. All those people have already informed on it. So we're just working around the clock to see what's going to happen.
Wow.
But solely River Nile Connect, which is we and Jamaican in Jamaica, and Rising Youth Foundation, everything is like physically challenged children. That is the main goal. Everything we do is physically challenged children.
To secure their future.
Yeah, because we deal with the School of the Blind, we deal with the mentally challenged children, so it's a whole broad of thing. And we deal with people who are strong, intelligent but needy. People so it's a whole lot of things, but it's bit by bit. You can't do all at a time. It's a project on project.
Wow. Well, in any way that I can give my support to the item, we're here, to support the item also. We did something similar last year in August. It was a charity event for the deaf and blind school in Cape Coast, Guyana. Yes, Capone was on it. Gunny Dread.
Yeah, I watch it.
Yes, I. So we, in any way that we can we can support the item and be a helping hand to the cause. We're here to support also. We I don't know how much longer we have. We have 15 more minutes with the item still. I don't know if the item want to see out the 15 minutes. How has the virus now how that has impact what the item is doing, in terms of this project that the item is putting together?
Well, with the tour with the Royal Roots and Culture, which is me and the Empress. Right now there's no tours coming, so we are into real estate also. So we are into farming. We are into land farming. We are like realtors for people in the diaspora and Ghana as well. So when people need a farmland, we will link up the chiefs and all those things, get it right and everything. If you want a place to be, we can do all those things. And with the project right now, we don't know when the lockdown will come, and people are scared to go out. And because of this, the borders are locked down and all those things. Like
still from March.
From last year, the borders are locked down, so that you can't go into Togo and come back. Benin is open to Nigeria, but you can't get into Togo so you can't travel in and out. So right now we're looking up to a different thing to like online, which we can use to do it. So we have to plan that one well, because when you're doing such things, it must look attractive too.
True. Yes.
It must look appealing, because people are going to use their money to support it.
Yes.
So you must make it nice and let people get into it proper. So we must consult all those things. So right now, as I'm talking to you, we're focusing on because we know people would love to move to Africa, so we have to secure the land and all those things. And day in, day out, the city is getting choked. So the small villages are getting developed. The small farming community close to Accra are getting developed. So we're trying to locate some places. And when you don't get it before you come, maybe when you're in the diaspora, you think we think it's expensive for us here. But when you come from diaspora, you think maybe it's cheap. But when you stay in Ghana for a while, you realize that no, the money, it's not cheap as because you don't earn the dollar or you don't earn the euro or the pounds anymore. You earn cities, so it's kind of different. So we're trying to do all those repatriation services.
And with the tour, we stopped doing the tours, but if someone comes and they want to do a small tour, we'll take the small tour. You know, we don't want to, you know, not say no. You know, people are coming to learn history, so we still do small tours from like 2 to 10 people. But I like it even smaller. I like it, but the COVID-19 has affected many things.
Many things. Many things.
Mm.
What's the item thoughts and the year of return? We recently saw this. I think it was 2009, 2020 or 2019. Yeah. What's
Yeah.
what's the item thought and that move there?
I'll start it. Okay, I'll start it. For me, for the diaspora here and for the government here, it was a big plus for them. But the problem that I see is that the people, the people here, our brothers and sisters here, everyday people, have no idea what it was. So basically, it was diaspora and what the diaspora and the Rasta community and
Like,
just the government, and that's it. But as far as getting this year of return and what it means and explaining it to the people, I feel that, in my opinion, it failed because you want the people, you want us to come together so we can understand each other, so we can understand why we're celebrating, why we're doing this year of return. You know what I mean? But it worked for the people it needed to work for. That's all I can say.
Yeah, can give thanks with the year of return thing. It's kind of it's a nice project,
Mm.
you know, but the reality of it is in 1998 when we first had our Penafest and emancipation with our late president now, you know, Rawlings.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a big thing because Rawlings involved all the diaspora, and you know, it doesn't look like America alone or
It was
Britain
all
alone.
of them.
It was Mutabaruka was there, you know. Everybody was in Barbados, Guyana, Jamaica, everywhere, America, England. So it was something big, and the revolution and the Pan Africanism, and by then we even had a kid part which was called Kidafest. So it was Panafest and Kidafest, you know. So and you can see the enthusiasm and everything, but this one looks like some capitalist kind of thing because it looks
Okay.
like yeah, the reality is what I'm telling you.
Yes,
It
I.
looks like the diasporans from America.
That's
You know,
it.
they are the people who are highlighted on it. And the plus was the Jamaicans and the Americans who have stayed in Ghana for the past 10 years and 12 years and things. Most of them were able to get their citizenship. And those one, we all. But even with the citizenship, we have some people who already get their citizenship who didn't go through that because of the works they do. You know, because when you get adopted by chiefs and family here, you don't need people to be taking your money and doing this and doing that. And when you have some, you know, you have the human rights, you have the International Human Rights Charter and all those things. So when you stand with all those things, you can get your citizenship, but you just take a little fight. But with the year of return, to me, it looks like capitalism because everything, the ambassador for Ghanaians, for the Ghanaian musicians, the art people, even the art, everything, everything was like, there was big celebration. You see everything on TV, the website, everything, all right. But when you come to Ghana, it's silent. It's just people who deal in art. So people who deals with this diaspora affairs like Rasta community, art people, you know, Pan-African people, those are the only people who really, and the tour companies and the hotels, they are the only people who really got into it.
But the general public?
But the general public, it wasn't like from 1998, then, you know, 2000 and all those things. I used to go to Panafest, Emancipation and things. It wasn't like that. And I kind of understand because, you know, it takes a revolutionary to take this kind of things up. When like Rollins is a revolutionary, he works with they know about Marcus Garvey. Them. I don't say these people don't know about them, but these people don't take those things serious. You know.
Do you think that because Rollin was someone that was more renowned, why his thing turn out like that? Because Rollins is like a Kwame Nkrumah in a sense, a second
Exactly.
Kwame Nkrumah.
Exactly. Exactly. So that is how I would say. Like that's why I said Rawlings is a revolutionary. They were even came into government and and he deals with Fidel Castro. Them there for the people. So their mindset is Africa. It's like building Africa, building Ghana. So anything with diaspora, when they hold it with their heart. So even now we have some Jamaicans who Rawlings gave them place to stay in Ghana. So you can see the enthusiasm from there. It's not like, oh, this one come from America or this one come from America or England and they are big people. Rollins, it's not like that. And that is how revolutionary people live. And that's how Nkrumah them live. That's how Marcos them live. So it was the teachings of Marcus Garvey, His Majesty. How Rollins moved to Jamaica. So he experienced it. He saw the thing. He visited the dungeons in the West Indies, the Caribbeans. So he traveled all over before those things. So he know exactly what the Panafest and this. If they were supposed to do this, it would be different. Because even when we went to the year of return, right? We did something called candle lightning.
Yeah.
That's the
Cape
last.
Coast.
Yeah, in Cape Coast, and we walked from one point into the dungeon. And when you are doing year of return, then we're supposed to walk from the dungeon and come out to the street, to the town.
True.
Walk from the side to
And
where
went back.
yes, and went back there. And one thing too is the reason why we have all this problem is when our brothers and sisters come from diaspora. It's just like the way Rasta communities or the Islam or Christian is. There's a lot of groups. African American diaspora this, Jamaican this diaspora this diaspora this. So you don't know who exactly you have to deal with. You get what I mean? And everybody and their ideology. Some people come, they'll say, oh, we are coming to teach the Ghanaians. No, you don't know how to speak the language.
Powers, my
You don't know
brother.
yeah, you don't know how to plan this. You don't know how to do this. And you want to teach me. Yeah, you can teach me.
Yes.
But what you teach me, it's an exchange. Yeah.
Yes,
Sometimes you tell me I don't even have an idea of that because, like hamburger, if you talk about hamburger, I don't have an idea because we kill the goat or the cow, we chop it. You can get the meat the way you want it, big size. Nobody will take the bone out of it for you unless you go to a restaurant. You get what I mean? So there are certain things where, we can, but the year of return, it's a good project, but the way they execute it was a capitalist thing. That's what I would say.
Rastafari.
Even people could make money. Everything was like
A money thing. A money thing.
Yeah, it was politics.
Yeah, because I saw the president went out in Ghana, went to Jamaica. I think probably a month before
For the
the year of return. It was in August. So I think probably by June it was in Jamaica and other Caribbean islands also. You know what I mean? I think probably to sell the narrative or the initiative then. You know?
Yeah, but it was America all out. The Americans took our brothers and sisters from America. Most of them were in charge, and this organization, African Hebrew Israelite, I hope you know them. They were morally in charge of that, So, but everybody participated because it's black people. So for us, it's black man leading it. We will do it. Next time, we just have to correct it and see how we can do it better.
Worldwide diaspora.
Yes,
Brazil, everywhere.
Yeah.
Yes, I. Well, it's great to have the item on the program here. A lot of information. You know what I mean? Where the people them can find some of the organization that the item mentioned. where or they can get in touch with the item.
Well, Queenie,
yes, my sister. You can go through first.
Queenie.
Okay, Royal Roots and Culture LTD. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram. Rising Youth Foundation is also on Facebook. Everything is on the social media, Twitter, Facebook. African Unite is also on Facebook. Everything is on the social media.
Yes, I. All right, so if ones want to get in touch with the item, them can come directly through the social media, or is there an email address that they can link also?
Royal Roots and Cultures. I mean, it's spelled royalrcltd@gmail.com. That's our official email address. We also have repatriation services where we do relocation packages from small to whole families. We also do that. We also do consultations as well, over the phone, if anybody needs any of those services as well. And that falls under Royal Roots and Culture.
Pause.
And also the history tours, the Royal Roots and Culture.
Yes, I. Pause. Yeah, man. Well, I hope to see the item at some point in my lifetime. You know what I mean? In the flesh. I love what the item is doing. I encourage the item to continue and push forward. It's great, and I feel good from out here knowing that I have my brothers and sisters there that I can connect with and make something happen. So give thanks to the item. More strength and power to the item in the item endeavors. And yeah, man, more love and blessing, Yes, I.
Bless.
Peace and light.
Give thanks, King.
Yes, my brother. Manners and respect. Yeah, man, it's a great honor, man. The pleasure is all mine. This is what I do. So, give thanks. Give thanks to the item, making the item available and, making it happen,
Bless.
Yes, sir. Yes, my brothers and sisters. Here the item of it, All the way from Ghana tonight.
What we need.
My brother.
Africa.
What my brother name again?
What we
Mafia Ras.
swim down to jump in.
Bless up yourself, Mafia Ras. Aku
It's a real
Shika Queenin.
run that everyone. Jesus now go come.
Manners and respect, thanks for taking the time.
Know that.
Yeah, man, this is how we have time with our brothers and sisters today.
People know that. Because sudden free up
Yeah, man, stay tuned. Our next special guest.
partitions. Don't make
Our next special guest, you know the thing now gonna normal, don't it?
business.
Yes, I.
We deal with lot.
Manners and respect.
Vibes your pagan, I want to take it. Them vibes your wicked man, I want to hear it. When we talk about reality, them I want to check it. We fling the fire, we make them I go drop it. Beautiful creation, see the mama shit. We can't take it now, no, where we go so then. Stay focused,
Sounds of Osage 4.
be practical and be creative. Try your very best to
Yo,
be
this is my sergeant for
supportive.
the simple entertainer. I say Reech Life Radio. Them for know